It's a warm welcome once again. My name is Tsar Banks on Tsar Banks Live. This is AWTTV broadcasting live from Nairobi, Kenya. According to the Greenwich Meridian East African Time, it's 1 p.m. Welcome to African News. The status of people is usually measured in terms of where one stays. When you come from the right side of town, doors are opened, ways paved, and chairs pulled for you. And on the other hand, you can easily become a suspect if people notice that you come from the wrong side of town. Class, status quo, comes with housing system that one resides in. Beginning from the village all the way to the city, the structure and organization of both setups tell a lot about that society. In Africa, the cultural community is at the heartbeat of what makes Africa rich in diversity and culture. Starting with the traditional grass-thatched roofs and mud wall houses, to the iron sheet-roofed semi-permanent and permanent houses mostly embraced by the middle-class Africans in rural setup, to the commercial story buildings and skyscrapers seen in modern cities of African continent define the housing structure in Africa. A village, a town, city or country is mostly considered developed when its people live in well-built and organized settlement systems. Different governments of Africa, public and private sectors, have set up housing projects and trends, but those of Buhari, the president of Nigeria, and Paul Kagame, the president of Rwanda, have stood out tall and proud. Light at the end of the tunnel. These two public figures and politicians have left a mark and a testament that African leaders can truly transform their countries and lives of their citizens if they commit to their cause. Ubuntu, to refer to the sound mind and doctrine of humanity, defines these two epitomes of development and progress in their respective countries. Under Buhari's leadership, $1 billion is to be invested by Nigerian government in bridging the housing deficit. His government intends over the next 5 years to invest in housing through Family Homes Fund, in short FHF, to bridge the 17 million housing deficit. In 5-year period, FHF will incorporate private sectors and an estimate of $275 million will be spent per annum. According to the research done by World Bank and the National Bureau of Statistics states that there are 17 million housing deficit and so many are in substandard housing. As of now, 3,000 to 6,000 affordable housing are under construction in Nigeria, with 1,400 in Nasarawa. With hope of Nigerians accessing the housing units under affordability index, the Ministry of Power, Works and Housing has managed more than 2,000 houses in 72 units across Nigeria. And on regards to high mortgage, which can hinder many Nigerians not to afford the homes, the government is working to put measures that will avail cheap mortgage for Nigerians. The Rwandan government under Paul Kagame is setting aside planned settlement sites in different parts of the country and investing in building of model villages as part of the latest effort to modernize rural settlement. Building model villages has helped in efforts to use the country's scarce land resource more effectively through land consolidation for higher yields from arable land, while also championing improved housing with land spanning 26,338 square kilometers. Rwanda is one of the world's smallest countries but remains among the most densely populated in Africa. Dubbed model villages, the modern settlement sites are connected to essential infrastructure like roads, water, electricity, schools, health posts, and local markets. These and many similar housing projects and development stories are going down concurrently in these countries, Nigeria and Rwanda. The rest of African countries are asked to borrow a leaf from these prototypes. My name is Tsar Banks on Tsar Banks Live. This is AWTTV. Stay tuned for more of these development stories on African News.